Hello guys, in this video we are going to be learn about the select command. So how many command is available related to select? So let's try to find out. Get hyphen command. Here I'm not going to use a noun. Here I'm going to use a verb. Verb select and hit enter. Now you can see these are three commands that you can use. First command, what it will do? It will select property of object. Whatever objects you have, you can select some property whatever is available or associated to any particular object in a PowerShell. Here having select strings, what it will do, it will select only a string that you required, only whatever is required from your string data. So from string data you have a different kind of an information inside that you want to be filter out only some particular lines or string, so you can select that data from your string data whenever you all want to be customize your data. So in that case you have to use a select string. Here having a Select-Xml. If you have a data XML, so in that case you want to be filter out some data, so you can also filter out. So these are used for filtering data from XML data. These three is used to filter data from objects or another kind of a data type. In that case we have to use it. And how we can use it? You can use with pipeline or you can use without pipeline. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to use with pipeline. So let's try to understand first one. Get hyphen help select hit enter. Now you can see here select object and property. So what property you want to be select from the object, you just have to be specify here as an object array. So here you can use multiples property using in comma separated. Here you can pass an input objects. Here input object. If you are using in pipeline, so in that case whatever the object is come from the pipelines, that will store in this parameter, that is input object. It's an PowerShell object that you have to specify here. If you specify directly using these parameters, so you don't have to use in pipelines. Exclude property. If you want to be exclude some property, and apart from that you want to be filters that data, you can also use this parameter. Using this parameter you can also filter. So here you have to use a string array. Expand property. Some of the property you are not able to see, that you can expand that property. Here having a unique name that you can use it. Last parameter, what it will do, it will select the data from the last whatever data is coming as in table format or list format, so it will select from the bottom that data. And here having in first, what it will do, it will select from the first whatever number you will pass, that object will return. You just have to be pass as an integers number. Here you also pass as an integers number 1 2 3 4 5 and skip. If you don't want to be use any object, so you can skip. Just you have to pass which number data you want to be skip. You just pass here 1 2 3 4 5. And here you can use and wait parameter. You have to wait till to selecting this data. And same here you want to be skip the last 4, last 3, last 5, so you can also use this like index. You can also pass here. So we are going to be use these parameters, and so you can use with pipeline. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an with pipeline. So you know that get hyphen process, what is my perspective pipeline. So whatever it will return, all the process it will pass to select hyphen object pipeline, in which parameter that object will be saved, that is an input object. So it will return as an input. I need first 5 data, so I have to use a first parameter, and what I'm going to use here 5 and hit enter. Now you can see it is returning only 5 data, first one. Now you can see this is your first one data or objects, and this is your second object, and this is your third object, this is your fourth object, and this is your fifth object. So these are treated as an objects and these are available. So if you want to select only 3 column of this, or if you want to select 1 column only, means it will display only 1. If you want to select only this one column and this one column, so you can select like that also. Let's try to select it. Process name and handles, so it will return only this value. So same command I'm going to use here. What this time I have to use another property parameter. So what property I'm going to use? Handles, comma, that is an process name. So this will return only these two column and hit enter. Now it is returning only two column. If you want to change the order, so you can also change the order using this property. So what I'm going to do here, and I want to put after this handles and hit enter. Now you can see I have also changed order of this property. It will select also object and object properties, both thing it will select. And if you want to get only the last two objects, so you can also select last two objects instead of first from bottom. I want to be select from bottom 5, so it will select only from bottom. So now you can see these are the process name, so you can select from the bottom. Here what I'm going to do here, we have another parameter that is an skip. If you want to skip, now you can see here it has removed the seconds mean it will remove the two object. Let's learn new. So now we are going to be learn select a string, hit enter. Now you can see here these are the parameter that you can use. Patterns, so here in pattern you just have to be specify regression patterns. You can specify regression patterns or simply message, and it will accept more than one, and it will get a path of your files in which having an string. So you can pass path also, so you can find that patterns and it will return those lines which will be available in your string. So here now you can pass more than one patterns, and here you can pass more than one files, and here you can use a simple match, or you can use a case sensitive match, or if you want to be written only true false value if that is exists, so in that case you have to use a true. If it is not exist, in that case you can use a false, so you have to use an quiet. And you can include and exclude parameter. You can see all matches whatever in that string it will match. If it is matching in at 5 places, so it will return all the 5 places line. Let's try to understand this how we can use it. And select hyphen string, then we have to use an pattern. And what is my pattern? So I'm going to use like a content data colon. So this is my unique name that I want to be extract from the string which I have put it in a text file. So I just want to be a extract this line. So how we can, I'm going to use a file here. So what is the path of my file? So I'm going to give here path. Now you can see this is my file in which I have put it here some content. So now you can see content data. So I just want to extract this line from this file. So how I can extract this? I just have put it that pattern. So this is my pattern. So it will extract, it will match it, it will extract it. If I put it like a PowerShell keyword, it will return all the data. So let's try to be extracted. So now when I hit enter, so what it will return? It is nothing returning, because here now you can see it is not matching such data, content data, then without a space having a colon. So if you look at in file, so now you can see after data they're having a space, so it is not matching, so therefore it is not returning. It will match exactly. So let's try to be match it. So it will match it. So space and then hit enter. Now you can see it is returning that data, content data, and whatever value is there, so with path. And if you want to be search like another pattern, so you can also, instead of pattern, so you can type like a word and sentence, you can match it. I'm going to be search this PowerShell. So what it will do now, it is returning both line in which having this PowerShell word. So here you are able to be written. If you want to be written like a in the form of true false, instead of getting this line, so you can also use, how you can use, you have a parameter quiet, so you just use it and hit enter. Now you can see it is returning true. Here I have to use a case sensitive. What is the exactly? If it is in capitals, so you have to be using capitals. If it is not capital, so you have to use not have to use exactly. So you can use a case sensitive. So exactly it will match with capitals only. Hit enter. Now you can see no one data is available with capital P. But if you type small p, so it will return you a data without matching case sensitive. So now it is written. You can use this select string, so it will select that line whatever in your files. If you have a string, so you can also use, like if you have a string hello, so now you can use also hello. And here you can use a select hyphen string, so this is your string. Now you can use pattern. What I'm going to do here, hello, it will match it. Enter. Now you can see it is matching. So like that, whatever string you have, so you can extract that line after matching in pattern. So you can use regression pattern. So let's learn a new command which is related to select. Get hyphen help, then select XML. So what it will do, let's try to understand XML. Here having an X path which will accept a string. XML, here now you can have to pass an XML data, and here you have to pass namespace. Just we have to focus here X path and XML, or you can pass here XML, or you have a file that is an XML, so you can pass that path of that file. You can pass more than one path of more than two XML file, right? And X path and literal path, and you can pass X path. So content, here you can write a string in the form of an XML, and you can type here that content. And XML, what is an XML? Let's try to understand the XML. Here we have to be understand an X path, how it's look like. It's similar to folders path in your system and files path. So if you have an XML, so that will also treat. XML is similar to HTML, and whatever tag you will define in HTML that are predefined, whatever tag you will define in XML that are user defined. That tag name is called as a node. So you have to be travel node by node. If you are traveling on a node, so that path we called as a X path. You just have to be pass that name, how you are going to be reach at that particular. So I have one file that I'm going to read, get hyphen content. So using this content we can read file, and I have a file here, file3.xml, in which I have put it some XML data, and now you can see this is the data in which I have put it. So here if you look at, now you can see this is the indication just, and now you can see book. It's an user defined. So inside the book I have created in projects, and inside the projects I have created one project here. Now you can see it's ending. Inside the projects I have created a addition. So here having a multiples additions, so one for a English and one for German, French, Polish, and here having some values of additions. Now you can see these are the values. You are traveling from these are the node. First you have to go book, then you have to project, and then project, and then you have to additions, and then addition. So this is your traveling way. So this is your path. First you have to be book, then you have to use a project. So same like that, system folder, projects, then project, additions and addition. So this is your path, how it is going. If you are using with double slash, so what it will do, if you are passing this path like that, so it will match this name in node in your XML and return that data. So if you want to be select this kind of an data or filtering, so you have to be use an XML. In a XML data you want to be select. So let's try to understand this. Select hyphen XML, then we have to use an path of my XML file. So what is my path of my XML? Inside there having a file3.xml, and I have to filter or match that is an X path. So on the basis of X path you can select what data you need to be filtered from the XML data. I'm going to use here, if I use like that slash additions, what it will do, it will match anywhere in XML this pattern. Or if you are using a same path, like first you have to go book and projects, so like that you can pass. Also what I have to do, I am going to use in double slash. It is a case sensitive name, so here you have to be type addition and then hit enter. Now you can see it is returning a node at which node this was found, and this is the path of your file, and this is your pattern. So if you filter, if you get this node, so it will return the data. That so how you can get this data, you just have to be enclosed in bracket, and then you have to use an dot and node, so you will get that data. Now you can see exactly language and text, so you are able to filter out the data from the XML, right? How you can use it XML